In this video, I'll be solving an equation that has a complex fraction in it. We have x minus the fraction 1 over x, and that is all in the numerator, which is over 1 plus the fraction 1 over x, and that all equals 3. Well, we're going to start by just simplifying this left-hand side. So we're not going to be multiplying on the left and right-hand side of the equation at this point. Right now, we're just going to simplify this complex fraction, and one of the ways you can do that is to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the lowest common denominator that you see among all of the little fractions. Well, the common denominator, the lowest common denominator, is just x. It's the only denominator that we see. So let's multiply the numerator and the denominator by x, and that's okay. We're not changing anything because any number divided by itself is just 1. So we're just multiplying by 1. It's just a way to manipulate this complex fraction to make it more manageable. So when we multiply x times x, we'll get x squared. And when you multiply x times negative 1 over x, you get negative x over x. When you multiply x times 1 in the denominator, then you get x. And when you multiply x times 1 over x, you get x over x. So what we see here is x. What's going to happen is we clear these little fractions within the fraction, and that's the intent. That's the reason why you multiply by this lowest common denominator. So now we'll just have 1 there and 1 there, and so let's rewrite that, and we have x squared minus 1 over x plus 1. Let's clean that up. That equals 3. I'll put that on the other line as well. So now we're going to simplify this. One of the ways we can continue is to simplify this rational expression. And the way you can simplify a rational expression is by factoring the numerator and denominator, then seeing what can cancel out. Well, if we factor that numerator, we get x plus 1 times x minus 1 in the numerator, and x plus 1 is still in the denominator. That does not factor anymore. And then nice, this x plus 1 factor cancels out, so we just have x plus 1, or x minus 1. So now we have x minus 1 equals 3. Well, add 1 to each side, and you get x equals 4. So that's the solution to this equation. Let's check real quick, because we do have some constraints. We know that x cannot equal 0, because if it did, we'd have an undefined fraction there. So x cannot equal 0 in this solution. X can also not equal negative 1, because if it did, then you would get a 0 in the denominator here. So x cannot equal negative 1. Also, if you plugged it in here, you'd find 1 plus negative 1 in the denominator, and that would give us a 0 in the denominator, even in the original equation. But our solution is neither of those constraints, exclusions, so we can keep it. So the answer, the solution, is x equals 4.